in this industry.
All right, Monday night team training call. Y'all share this out. Share this out.
Because what they did last week, I mean, people are really striving to do that, and they did it relentlessly. That's why they knocked out $2 million. That's like $2 million earned here at Total Life Changes by
Thank you to our team. We love you guys.
Okay? Yeah, Coach Fran was kind of skeptical, but guess what? But she began to see how
every
all
single one of you guys
losing weight. She said, you know what? I need to do
yes.
it.
Thank you for your yes. Let's take it.
She took a weight loss story.
$250 million company. Let's go, guys.
They are now documented $2 million earners here at Total Life Changes. If they can do it, you and I can do it too. So, guys, I'm going to move myself out of the way, and I'm going to introduce you none other than my national director, Miss Pamela McCray. Miss McCray, have you made it to the line?
Absolutely, Miss Gwen Bennett. I am on the line tonight. Can you hear me? Yes, I know I got you, but definitely I am on the line. I truly appreciate you for always being that servant leader. I literally called you a few minutes ago and said, yes, I need you. I need you to hold it down for a few minutes because I've been on these calls. I worked out. I wanted to jump in the shower and all that good stuff. And so I am here, super excited to be on this line tonight before each and every one of you. Welcome to Global Impact 100,000 Families. Welcome to our team called 1,000 Families Strong, ladies and gentlemen, underneath the leadership of our phenomenal visionary, none other than the #1 female network marketer in the entire world, my incredible coach. Every single one of you on this line tonight, call her coach. I am truly thankful for her, Miss Stormy Wellington, because she is the visionary of this team. She is the visionary. And because she said yes almost 4 years ago, that's how we said yes. And so I come here on this call tonight, truly honored, always honored to be able to share with you, humbled as yes, we are now documented $2 million earners right here. And it all started with one yes. One yes, guys, can turn it all around. So all you got to do is get in and go to work. Get in and make a decision. So you heard Gwen. She had some incredible information as she was getting this call started and really talked about the Back to Basics tour. And one of the things that I could tell you all that I learned along the course of failing time and time again, of saying yes to so many different opportunities, is one thing that I definitely learned and I grabbed a hold of. And one of the nuggets that I want you all to know and understand is that events change lives. And I heard her as she was introducing, welcoming all of you on the call tonight. This call tonight is an event, and when you begin to learn and understand that we all are called to be master promoters. So you promote this team call like it's an event. You show up to the team call like it's an event, and you come with your team so that now you can earn a lot. Because when you come by yourself and you got that pen and paper out, which I hope every single one of you have out, you're now going to definitely learn a lot. But when you bring your team and you let them know, hey, there's a team call happening, that now you're going to begin to earn a lot and you're going to grow together. But I also definitely am going to definitely move on over to the Back to Basics tour. You heard Gwen talk. Yes, it is turn up time. All roads lead to Miami, Florida, guys. B2B tour. That's the next city. It's about to hit right here in the United States. And guess what? If you don't have your ticket, then I say go to backtobasicstour.com tonight. Grab your ticket because you do not want to miss being in the atmosphere as we set Miami on fire. Just imagine these palm trees. Imagine the beach. Imagine you being here and now visualizing your future. Now being here to put yourself in the atmosphere that can literally take your life to the next level. And so I can remember fighting time and time again, and just to be in the atmosphere many times when we were part of all of these different businesses. One of the nuggets that I always got, because you got to know that it's not what's taught, it's what's caught, was that you never miss an event that you qualify for. And so therefore, I can tell you, I remember many times in which we didn't know how it was going to be possible. Most of the events that I attended, Nate was not able to attend because we could not afford for both of us to go together. We were doing these different businesses together, but one of us had to go. And so I was the primary one because he was working a job. So we did whatever it took in order to now get me to that event. And I can remember there were times in which he was like, you know what, we just can't do it. But I would do something in order to now make sure that I got into the atmosphere. So just know that events change lives. Don't give up. It's never over until the fat lady sings. And so therefore, you got to know that anytime that you put something in front of you and you visualize yourself being in the atmosphere, and you know and you recognize that that event can be the very event that changes your entire life, then you're going to do what's necessary in order to fight, in order to get there, because I can tell you that's what I did. I remember being in events and sleeping 6 deep in a room with women that I didn't even know until I showed up at that event. I remember also saying that, you know what, I fought to get here. I struggled to get here. I remember, having to eat a French fry, and that was all I could afford, and some water, all throughout the day, spacing out the meals because I didn't know how I was going to eat. But I can tell you, I'm thankful because that was all a part of my process. But I also remember saying, you know what? I came to this event in order to get what was necessary in order to help me to grow. So I went in high expectation, knowing that that event was going to change me in some kind of way. So therefore, I made sure that I was in the atmosphere. I made sure that I wasn't going to these events just to play games. I made sure that I built relationships. I made sure that I had my pen and paper out. I made sure that I was on the first online, whether it was at 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock in the morning, just so I could be in the front of the room. And I can tell you that when you really understand it, and I'm so thankful because at many of the events that we have, there's a group of people in our organization, because we teach this and we filter this down to our team. They are always right there on those front rows. And so you got to know that when you put yourself in the atmosphere and you now set yourself up for success, you now are going to begin to create the success that you want to have in your business and in your life, as you are saying yes and you're believing in this thing. You see, you can believe in TLC all day long, but until you really believe in you, until you really believe that it's possible, until you really believe that Pam McCray was just a girl that was once shy, that was once afraid. If she could do it, why can't I do it? She didn't have a network. She didn't know a whole lot of people. She just made a decision to change and to become in order to now create some success. And so Miami, yes, we are Miami bound, guys. You guys should be realizing that all roads lead to Miami, Florida, November 2nd and 3rd for our Back to Basics tour. Definitely go out and get your ticket in order to be in the atmosphere. But I also got to move on over to our Dream Builders Challenge. Huge shout out, yes, 1,000 Families Dream Builders Challenge. Because there are some people out there getting it done. There are some people out there who have already got it done, because you understand a dream day with millionaires. You understand being in a private setting with, are you kidding me? Documented $10 million+ earner, none other than our visionary, Miss Stormy Wellington, Nate, myself. Let me tell you, we are about to turn up in Miami. So imagine now being a part to where you are literally just able to ask your questions, where you are literally able to be poured into, where you are literally able in the position to where now, ladies and gentlemen, guess what's going to happen? We're going to dream. We're going to dream. You see, when you dream and now you leave there, you go to work, that's when your dream is now going to become your reality. I remember having the opportunity to be a part of many of these dream building days, and I tell you, every single time, it just made that vision so much clearer. Every single time, it just raised my level of belief. And so there is still time to get it done. Yes, it is almost over. You got 2 weeks. 2 weeks, you can absolutely get it done. Because I remember being a part of a contest in which I waited until the last minute. Whereas I did not win the contest, but I challenged myself. And when I challenged myself, ladies and gentlemen, I remember that it was the last contest the company had, where you had to get 30 customers in order to be a part of the last retail trip. Well, guess what? I waited to the last minute. I kept making all kinds of excuses to get it done. So if I was able to get about 21 customers in 24 hours, so why can't you? Listen, there's still time, because many of you have been now saying, I'm going to get this thing done. 90 new customers. 90 brand new customers, and many of you may be halfway there. Many of you may have been pushing and stopped pushing. Some of you got it done. You just went ahead and knocked it out in 1 week's time. So you got 2 weeks left until October 29th to go out and to solidify 90 brand new customers and 10 new IBOs. I tell you, it's powerful every time that I think Tawana Frank Every time I think of this incredible woman, yes, she's one who got it done. But when she got on here and she trained on how she was able to knock out those 90 customers, but not only that, to knock out those new IBOs, those 10 new IBOs. When she shared that she had recently recruited 20 new IBOs, what was powerful, I don't know if you guys caught this, but what was so powerful was the fact that she stated only 2 of them were brand new people to her network, brand new people to say yes to TLC. The other 18 were all customers. So that lets you know that we have a strong retail to recruit component right here in Total Life Changes. So she said out of the 20, 18 were her customers, y'all. That's powerful. So imagine now getting people to become a product of the product, and now you're able to share the opportunity side with them to now let them know, well, what if, you know, you can continue to refer people over to me and leverage your own and allow me to leverage your story. But what if I show you how, because you've been able to drop 5 pounds in 5 days, 10 pounds in 10 days, now leverage your story and be able to create some financial freedom for yourself instead of now giving me all the business, or instead of now giving me all your business. So it's powerful what we have here. So let's go ahead and we're going to talk about this Dream Builders Challenge before I get into our training for tonight, guys, because you all should be pushing, fired up, and excited about what's about to happen in Miami, Florida as the Dream Builders Challenge, as we have that Dream Day on November 4th. So it's going to be a power-packed weekend. November 2nd and 3rd right here with our company. And on November 4th, we are about to dream, build, and have us an incredible time. So I just want to tell you guys, you don't want to miss it. So do what you got to do in order to step up and say, I'm going to get this thing done. You have until October 29th in order to go ahead and lock it out in order to finish this thing up. So let's give a huge shout out. We got a drum roll happening, all right? Gwen, go ahead. You give me a drum roll. No, I'm just kidding. All right. So we're going to go ahead and do a drum roll. And let's go ahead and give honor where honor is due. And we're going to recognize some people on our call tonight. All right, we're going to start off with the top retailers, okay? This is our report for October 5th through October 11th. Congratulations to all those who have been on these top lists for the last couple weeks. And we've been posting the banners out there as we can on 1,000 families. I know I'm a little bit behind, so I'll get them out there tonight, okay? And then we'll recognize all of the new weeks, all right, coming up, all right, as we turn up and step up for Miami, guys. And also, before I get into this, make sure that you grab that Miami banner and post. Let the world know that you are coming to Miami. So let's give it up for our top retailers for October 5th to October 11th. And I'm going to start with the ones at the bottom of the list and work our way up to our top retailer. All right, so let's give a huge shout out. Drum roll, drum roll, drum roll, drum roll for a young lady by the name of Sarah Grunenberger. All right, give it up for Sarah Grunenberger. Yes, chiming in this week with 6 brand new customers. All right, top retailers we are going over. All right, ladies and gentlemen, still chiming in with 6 brand new customers. We're going to give it up for Stephanie LeCompte. All right, Stephanie LeCompte, Regional Director. Let's give it up, 6 brand new customers. All right, then we also have Sierra Dortch chiming in with 6 brand new retail customers this week. And then let's give it up. This young lady is always on the list. I think it's Iromi. I sure wish I knew how to spell her, pronounce her name. Villalobos Bustillos. Yes, chiming in this week with 6 brand new retail customers. All right, another young lady who is always on this list. I tell you, they are not playing when it comes time to this Dream Builders Challenge. Veronique Demerin. Yes, give it up. 8 brand new customers this week. Yes, these are the 1,000 families top retailers chiming in this week. All right, now let's also give it up to some of these initials in here. I want to say is La Fiauchon. I think. I have no idea. All right. La Fiauchon. Fiachon, a director. 10 brand new customers. Y'all, drum roll, celebrate. Yes, I need some music to celebrate up here. All right, let's keep it moving. Let's give it up to Katrina Judge Woods, she's an associate. Yes, 10 brand new customers. You go ahead, Katrina. Yes, all right, we're going to keep it rolling. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm super excited. This young lady is a part of our organization, chiming in from LA. Let's give it up for Deidre Carpenter. Yes, a director with 13 brand new retail customers this week. Y'all keep it rolling, celebrate others so that one day you will be celebrated. Let's give it up for Do-Wan Kim. Yes, chiming in this week, tying actually for top retailer, 15 brand new retail customers. And then let's give it up for Cheek Diop, also on this list time and time again. Top retailer, 15 brand new customers, y'all. So let's give it up for our top retailers chiming in, 1,000 family strong. These are the top retailers throughout our entire organization underneath the leadership of Miss Stormy Wellington. All right, so let's give it up for our retailers. And let's move on over to our top recruiters this week, all right? Top enrollers, and we're going to start chiming in with 5 new business partners. Let's give it up for Brian De La Rosa Castro. All right, Brian De La Rosa Castro. Yes, I need to learn my Spanish a little bit better. All right, and then we're going to keep it moving. Let's give it up for Francisco Almonte. Yes, 5 brand new IBOs. Let's keep on going. Let's give a huge shout out to Alma Garcia Flores. All right, 5 brand new IBOs. Let's also keep moving on up to Angela Tihina Perez. All right, Perez. 6 brand new business partners, yes. And also Imelda Sorto, 6 brand new IBOs. Y'all keep congratulations rolling. All right, let's give it up for, looks like this might be Nefer Patricia Salazar Gorznizo. All right, you shout out 9 brand new IBOs this week. Oh my goodness, this lady is definitely chiming in, getting this thing done, ladies and gentlemen. I know we're going to go all the way to my beautiful friends, all the way out in South Africa. Yes, drum roll for Gavin and Sharon Diagrella, yes, who hosted us in South Africa. Give it up for them. 10 brand new IBOs all the way from South Africa. Let's keep it moving. Let's go on up to Esneti, I think, Quintero, 11 brand new IBOs. Y'all shouting, y'all saying congratulations. These are our top recruiters getting it done all over the entire world. Let's also go on up to Sonia Portillo. All right, 11 brand new IBOs, y'all, yes. And actually these 3, they're top enrollers because they tied in with 11 brand new IBOs. And the last one is Christian Larcher. All right, 11 brand new IBOs chiming in this week. Ladies and gentlemen, as we celebrate, as we give a huge shout out to our top retailers, our top recruiters who are definitely getting it done right here in this organization, who's saying, you know what? I am showing up in Miami strong, ready for our Dream Builders Challenge, all right? So now, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and let's move on in to our training tonight, okay? And one of the things that Coach Stormy wanted me to talk to you guys about tonight is really not just getting into the business, but really grabbing a hold of our simple concept where we have global impact 100,000 families, and how literally you can keep this thing simple and begin to create financial freedom in your family. And so when you realize and you recognize that there's certain principles that you have to participate in order to now, that you have to practice in order to participate in the promise. And when you grab a hold of these principles and you now begin to do these things on a daily basis, what's going to happen is this now will begin to go from your head to your heart. Because in order to create success here, this has to go from your head to your heart in order for you now to move accordingly, in order for you to get up with that mindset to knowing that, yes, you are possible. And it's really basic things that you have to get very good at doing every single day in order to create the success. And so one of the things that we're going to talk about tonight, and I put it in the post as I shared out this team call, write this down, all right? You said yes. And so now I want you to write down ready, set, go. All right? Ready, set, go. Because now, many times people get into TLC, right? You get into the business and you're wondering, okay, what do I need to do next? Okay, I said yes. I have my free state-of-the-art website. I understand that there's certain things that I got to do in order to create the success. Well, we're going to break this thing down in order for you to really understand the concept and how simple this thing is, in order for you now not just to say that I'm a part of TLC, but now for you to say that I said yes to an incredible company that has now gone from my head to my heart because I really believe in what I'm doing, and now you're going to do the work in order to create the success. You see, one of the things that you have to know and understand that, yes, it's possible. You can be the next story. You can be that person that now becomes one of the 100,000 families that begins to create that comma check, that $1,000 a week. But it takes work. Many times there's a misconception where you get started in a business like this and you think it's a get-rich-quick scheme. That's not it. No, you got to put in some work. Just like you're willing to get up every single day, and many times we don't have a choice to go to that 9 to 5, and you got to put in the work. In order to get that paycheck, you have to put in the work. If not, you're going to end up fired, right? Many times you put in the with no job, and you still was putting in the work, and you find out that they don't need you anymore. But here at Total Life Changes, in order to reap the benefits, in order to become that next success story, in order to now be able to make that solid comma check every single week, that 1,000, it takes a simple plan, and it takes you making a decision to, number one, be consistent in your activity, to get up every single day and to realize that this is a business and that you have to open up your business in order to create success, to make sure that you have your 8x10 calendar in which you're mapping out your plan, so that now you're able to identify the times that your business is your business is open, in order to say, yes, I am that boss, yes, I am that CEO, in order to now go out and to create the success. So you have to know that if you want to create success, then you have to begin to put in the work. All right. If you just got into TLC for hobby purposes, then, and you're just going to do hobby work, then you can't be mad at the hobby paychecks. Okay. But if you got into TLC and you're looking for some type of financial freedom, if you got into TLC and you can see how having an extra $1,000 a week, that extra $48,000 a year can benefit you, then now it just means that you got to go to work and be very consistent in the activity, but also realize that you got to embrace your process along the way. There's going to be some no's. There's going to be some yeses. There's going to be some people that join you and they quit. There's going to be some people that get in and they run off real fast. There's going to be some people that get in with big packages and you don't know where they went. Those are the incubators. But it doesn't matter. If you just stay consistent, if you just stay focused, if you just say, you know what, I'm ready, right? So we're going to get ready because you got into this business. So when we talk about get ready, the first thing that I want to talk about is that there's certain principles that you got to grab a hold of, okay? It's not an option. And that first principle is the 120 smart ship. Ladies and gentlemen, think of this as, number one, you said yes to a business. And many times I think what ends up happening is because this is a home-based business, right? Because there's no extra cost as far as where you're building your business. Because if you're in your home, you got to pay your light bill, right? You got to pay your water bill. You got to pay your heat and your electric bill, right? So when you think about it, many times people take for granted the fact that you literally can build a multi-million-dollar business from the comfort of your home just because you grab a hold of certain principles. So this is what you consider your overhead expense. This 120 smart ship is not an option, okay? Because your smart ship is for you to become a product of the product. So tonight, if you're listening under the sound of my voice, or you watch this recording, I'm on Instagram, I'm on Facebook, and you're saying to yourself, well, you know what? I got into TLC, but I didn't even set up a smart ship. What is she talking about? Well, what I want you to do is to log into your back office tonight, click smart ship, and say, yes, you want to now start a new smart ship. Now, maybe you're that person that you got into this business, and it's very powerful because Nate said something on one of our team calls the other day, and it's so strong, and he's so for real. Maybe you got into TLC and you just didn't set it up on 120, right? You just didn't really understand why you want to set it up on 120. Well, I want to let you know it's a principle. You have to become a product of the product. And what ends up happening is if you're not on that 120 smart ship, you're basically putting it out into the atmosphere that you really don't believe. You really don't believe that you said yes to a company that could pull you in about $150 a month. Because if you're on the T, if you're on the NRG, if you're on the NutriBurst, these are our staple products in which everybody wants to become a product of the product of. Why? Because this tea represents 83% of our sales. This is the first product that Mr. Jack Fallon created, just changing lives, in which everybody can consume our Nutriverse, our liquid vitamin, and that NRG puts the icing on the top, on the cake. So therefore, you need these products in your system in order for this thing to go from your head to your heart. Had I never consumed this product, right? Had I never gotten any results from this tea, then I can guarantee you that we would not be having the success that we're having today. It blows me away how sometimes, you know, I can talk to people. It doesn't happen often, okay? But I've had people say, well, you know what, I got into the business, but I sold all of my tea. Really? So you got into the business and you sold every pack of your tea in order to put that money back into your pocket, but you didn't try the tea? Well, of course, you're not going to believe. I don't even know, you know, obviously, just by you saying, that's how powerful it is, right? Because by you saying lose 5 pounds in 5 days, that a person wanted the tea. But I can guarantee you what you're doing is you're limiting yourself because you have not been able to experience the product. So therefore, you're like a fraud trying to represent something in which you've never tried. So that SmartShift is all about you. So you got to set it and you got to forget it. All right, you said it and you forget it. Now, what I was saying was, maybe you're that person, and Nate shared this the other day, you're that person that you got into TLC, right? And see, we got something going on within our organization that people are fired up about. And so maybe so this is helping us to really understand what's going on. But maybe you're that person that you said yes to TLC. Maybe you've been around for a little minute, right? And you're embracing your process, and you shout out because you're still here. You understand that there's nothing out there that can touch TLC. I tell our team all the time, if you can't make money in TLC, you flat out lazy. You're not trying, because there's no way that you can't go out and put some retail money in your pocket, right? So now with that 120 SmartShift, maybe you got in and you put yourself on that 120 SmartShift, right? But then along the lines, okay, maybe you haven't been building. Maybe you haven't been consistent. Maybe you haven't been focused. Maybe you didn't have any goals that you were getting up every single day saying, I'm going to put $150 in my pocket. So maybe you decided to go in and change that SmartShift from 120 down to 80. Or maybe you decided to go in and change that 120 SmartShift. Remember, we talk about getting ready. You want to get ready for your next 80 days in order to now explode in 2019. Then you got to get ready and set yourself up for success. So maybe you drop that thing down to 40. Well, you know what? What was so powerful that he said was that was the moment. When a person does that, that's the moment that that person stops believing. And I said, man, that's strong. That's powerful. The moment that a person, you set up on a 120 SmartShift, and then all of a sudden you log in and you decide to drop that thing down to 40, you decide to drop that thing down to 80, that is the moment that you stop believing. And so tonight, I'm telling each and every one of you to believe again. Tonight, I'm telling each and every one of you that you need to log in, and yes, you need to change. You need to upgrade. You need to do what you got to do in order to put out into the atmosphere to let the world know that I absolutely believe, because I am getting ready for my success. I am getting ready for my next level. I am getting ready for 2019 because I know what the next 80 days are going to do as I close out this year, as I focus, as I zone in, as I begin to open up my mouth and to let people know the power of what I have in my hands. If I focus on nothing but this tea, I'm able to now begin to change lives. So believe again tonight. Log in order to set yourself on that SmartShift, set it and forget it, because that leads into, we're still talking about being ready, you being a product of the product. You see, you now become that product of the product, and when you become that product of the product, ladies and gentlemen, when you're on it, you smile a little bit more. You're on the NRG. When you're on I lose 5 pounds in 5 days and you're losing weight, you're detoxing, you are feeling great. So there's passion that's now going to flow from the inside of you. People are going to be able to feel your energy. When you get this burst from the Nutriverse and you're now going to work, or you're going out, you're going for that jogging, and you are super excited about life when everybody else around you is depressed, everybody else around you is wondering what's going on, everybody else around you is trying to figure out what are you sipping on. Well, guess what? It's the power of these products and how they now are getting into your veins, right? And now beginning to change your life. So you got to be passionate about what you do. And when you become a product of the product, that's what's going to happen. So now you're getting ready for success. I always used to say, if you cut me, ladies and gentlemen, I bleed TLC for real, because these products have changed my life. There's not a day that I go without making sure that I have my product. We pack this stuff up. We travel with them. We have to have these 3 products in our life every single day. All right? So product of the product. You're ready. You're getting ready for your success, right? And so now as you're getting ready, you're building, you're becoming a product of the product. You're getting your personal story, right? Your 30-day story is everything. When I lost those 20 pounds in 31 days, guys, and I was becoming a product of the product, I didn't even know anything about becoming a product of the product. I just knew that we needed to sip on this tea and to get a story. That's what all is going to become a part of you now getting ready for your success. So you're creating your personal story. You're now able to let a person know, listen, I'm super excited because I lost 5 pounds in 5 days. Not only that, this is what it's been able to do for me. I lost 20 pounds in 31 days. And so all of this is now gearing you up in order to now take you to that next step, right? So we're on that ready phase of us now beginning to activate our business in order to take our lives to the next level. So a part of this, you're becoming a product of the product. You're sipping on the tea. You have that smart chip set up. Now the next step is that you want to make sure that you build your list of contacts. Many people fail right here. Okay, many people get into businesses like this, never make a decision to build their list. And I can speak passionately about this because I used to be you. I joined so many different businesses, right? I believed, right? And I knew that we were going to be the next story. But I allowed fear to creep in. I allowed doubt to creep in. I allowed picking up the phone and dialing maybe 3-4 people who told me no, who were family and friends. And then I decided, you know what, I'm not doing this no more. How many of you can relate? Y'all raise your hand, don't play. But now I'm telling you guys, it doesn't matter what you've done in the past. Today is a new day. Today is a new day in which you say, I'm ready, Pam. Today is a new day in which you realize and recognize that your life can be totally, completely unrecognizable in the next 80 days, right? As you close out these next few months, as we are now entering into 2019. Again, I say to you, if it can happen for us, why can't it happen to you? Our life began to turn around in less than 60 days when we created that $22,000 check, as I began to sip on this tea and I began to just share with the world what this product was actually able to do for me as I created my story. So now you build your list. All right, your list of 50 potential business builders, 50 potential customers, right? And so the whole purpose of this is all practice for you guys. Okay, this is literally for you to now get familiar with the no's, okay? Because most of the time, the people that we know, they're not the ones that we're looking for, okay? The people that you know, write this down. I am one person away from an explosion in my business. The people that are going to take you to the next level, ladies and gentlemen, you don't even know them yet. But you got to go through the process. These are basic principles in which now you got to open up your mouth and now begin to expose with everybody that you do know first. And you got to have that mindset as you're building your list. You know, sometimes I talk to people and I said, okay, how many people you got on your list? And they're like 10, 15. I'm like, no. I listen, when I do a lot of launch calls, y'all not wasting my time. I need you to stretch, okay? Because it's a numbers game, okay? So I know that if you only got 10, 15 people on your list, number one, you're not telling the truth. You can't tell me that you're a grown adult, and you only know 15, 20 people in your whole life. Your family is comprised of more than that, okay? So there's no way. That's an excuse. What happens is we allow doubt, we allow fear, we allow us judging people because we think that what they're going to say, whether they're going to say yes or whether they're going to laugh at us and all that good stuff. So we now don't put them on the list. But you got to take the time to build that list because you're going to practice on these people. You're now going to pick up the phone and you're going to let them know what you're a part of. You're going to pick up the phone, and for the customers, you're going to say, hey, listen, what's the one thing? If you could change anything about your health, what would it be? And now you let them know. Well, let me tell you about this product. I grabbed a hold. Have you heard of the lose 5 pounds in 5 days? ISOT. What? Oh my goodness, let me tell you, I lost 20 pounds in 31 days. I'm calling you today. And so now you pique interest, right? It's called PS3, pique interest. Show the plan and then do some 3-way calls in order to close the deal as you're now going through this list. But imagine now you picking up the phone and you asking people, Do you or anybody you know want to lose 5 pounds in 5 days? And so now you're exposing the products to your customers, right? And so you're giving them some information, but you are, again, already becoming a product of the product. So you're able to leverage your own personal testimony, because at the end of the day, you can share everybody else's testimony. If you don't have your own, they're going to want to know, well, what has it done for you? What results are you getting? So now you're going through your list. And then you have those 50 potential business partners. Don't limit yourself, okay? Stretch. Put those the people that are on your chicken list on your list. Stretch. Think about everybody you do business with. Think about everybody you support. Think about your pastors. Think about the educators. Think about everybody you could possibly think of in order to put them on the list. It's a numbers game, right? So massive exposure is now going to create the ones that you now narrowing down on in order to now do something with this list, right? So now you pick up the phone and you say, if I could show you how. Listen, I found a way. I found it. If I could show you how you can put an extra $1,000 in your pocket this week, would you want to know more? Short, sweet, to the point. So this is the whole purpose of your list. You're getting prepared. You're getting yourself ready in order to now explode your business. So you're opening up your mouth and you're talking in order to now get people in front of this information. So now we're on this ready phase, right? Ready, set, go, right? So ready is all preparation for where you're going to get yourself as you are now moving forward in order to get yourself to the next level. You see, massive exposure is going to create massive success. So now you're leveraging the different tools. You're creating a launch call. I just got off doing a launch call right before this call. And so basically you take this list and now you're able to expose in order to put people in front of this information on a very private level. We have the 10 o'clock calls in which you're now able to expose. We have shiftmywealth.com in which you're able to expose. We have the recorded lines in which you're able to expose. Peak interest with a question, short, sweet, to the point. Now you show the plan. One of these ways are how you're showing the plan. You do a home party, right? Invite people over, do a home party. This is now showing the plan, right? And then if you need to, 3-way calls to close the deal with people who are serious by now connecting them to somebody who can answer some questions in order to now let them know 3 things. People want to know, is it real? Can they do it? Will they have some help? So you're getting ready. Now, because now you're going to quickly move into the set phase, okay? We're ready, now set, all right? So now we're setting things up. We're creating that list, right? In order to now go ahead and knock out our binary, okay? So retail is the key that's going to unlock the compensation plan. But now we want to begin to move into leveraging the residual component of our compensation plan. So that means that you got to go out and find 2 people. How are you going to get these 2 people? Well, I talked about it in the ready phase, because you have that list. You have the information necessary to now begin to set things up in order to win. So I even talked about the setting up part in the getting ready phase, to where now you are going to knock out your binary. 2 people. You need one on the left and one on the right in order to activate this way of pay. Now, why do you want to get in and go binary? Well, ladies and gentlemen, why? Number 1, because it opens up more of our compensation plan. You see, once you come into TLC and you don't have your binary, you immediately qualify for retail commission. So you're going to get your 50% retail commission, right? And then you're going to qualify for fast start bonuses, right? So when you bring in 1 person, you'll get that fast start. When you bring in 2 people, one on the left, one on the right, you now open up that next way of pay. Now, on the binary, you're now able to qualify for commissions, 10 to 25% every single week, okay? So that's the 3rd way that we get paid. So that's the reason why you want to get in. Number 1, it now gives you more of the compensation plan. Number 2 is because here's what happens if you get into this business. Maybe you've been in here for a while and you haven't got your 2 people. Well, guess what happens? There's people that are saying yes after you. There's people that get started in TLC every day. And see, there could be some businesses, some people that now begin to say yes after you, that now begin to build down below you. And when you don't have that person on that left and that person on the right, I don't care if it's just 100 points a week. Guess what? That's volume that could be building towards you now going into what I'm going to talk about next. Right? So that's volume in order to help you to knock out the ranks. That's volume in order to help you get paid off of the binary. And so if you don't have that person on the left and that person on the right, then what happens is when our checks cut on Thursday at 1 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, when they cut it off, guess what's going to happen? All of that volume that could have been stored to carry over to the next week flushes down the drain. Okay, so therefore you want to go ahead and knock out that binary. 2 in 72, that's your goal. Get 2 people in 72 hours. How are you going to do it? By getting ready very quickly, by getting into action, by building that list and saying, okay, what do I need to do? I'm on the 120 Smart Ship. I'm becoming a product of the product. I have built my list. So now we got to get set, right? We're ready. Now we're getting set. And so now what's going to happen is you're going to be now talking to your upline, okay? So now you're getting your binary knocked out the way. You have your list, right? You're 2 in 72, 2 people in 72 hours. And now this is where you're going to move into the activity phase that I was just talking about. The activity phase is where you're going to do that launch call, where you're going to discuss your list, where you're going to now let your upline know about the people that are on your list, to have a discussion, to see, okay, are you someone who can actually do a launch call? Not everybody can. Are we going to schedule a Zoom? Do you know people in your neighborhood? Are you new to the area and you don't know anybody and you can't do a home party? Or have you been there for a while and you could do a home party? So now we're discussing the different ways in order to help you get your business going. So we got ready, right? We are now getting set because we have this list. And so now we have our calendars out. And we're going to schedule that activity on our calendar in order to now set your business up for success, in order to now get you some more customers, in order to now get you some even more business partners, to where now your binary is growing day after day, to where now you're getting customers and you're able to now send people to your website. You're now able to let people know that you have this little pack of tea that you're retailing for $20 a pack in order to help them to lose 5 pounds in 5 days. So you schedule your launch call, all right? Schedule your launch call, because I truly believe that if you build a proper list, everybody should be able to now book a launch call and to now expose, because here's what's gonna happen. Everybody knows people all over the world. So the home parties are great because that's going to touch your immediate network. But think about the person that you're like me in Miami, but you know somebody in New Jersey, or you're in Miami and you know somebody in California, or you know somebody in North Carolina, or you know somebody in Virginia. So now what's going to happen is when you now set up this private launch call, right? And you're able to now launch your business, or you're able to find an avenue that you're able to now put them in front of. Maybe you dominate the 10 o'clock call and treat that as your launch call. And you edify the speaker that's about to present that night and say, listen, I'm excited because I connected with some powerful people and I'm having a private call tonight. And guess what? It is private because you're about to give them the number. You're about to tell them to jump on this line, right? And if you're smart, you'll reach out to the person that's doing the call. If you decide that I'm going to dominate this call tonight, you reach out to the person and say, hey, can you mention my name on the call? I got a lot of guests coming on tonight. And so now you pack up this line with your people who are now able to expose or hear about the business you're exposing them to. And so now you are literally getting set, right? Getting things set up in order to now create your success. So we on the ready, right? We on the set, right? And so now it's go time, all right? Ready, set, go, all right? Because you're exposing, you have your list, you're on the 120 Smart Ship, and now it's time to build this business. Now it's time to put some money in your pocket, all right? Now it's time to say, okay, I said yes, but what do I need to do in order to make this thing work for me? And one of the things I love about the power of literally launching your business, doing a Zoom or something like that, is this is the concept that I grabbed a hold of, and Nate and I began to realize when we first got started, and the tea, we outsold the manufacturer, okay, with the tea. And so the home parties weren't happening fast enough, okay? They just weren't, because people didn't have tea. Okay, so therefore there was people who, now down here in Miami, there was tea, abundant tea, okay? We had the #1 female network marketing in the world, which at that time she wasn't, Coach Stormy, but we had product flowing abundantly down here in Miami, but many places didn't. So many people weren't doing teas. So I fell in love with the launch calls. So I became the one who did call after call after call after call, right? Mr. Kenny Lloyd calls me the telemarketer. But I did what I had to do in order to build this business. But what I love about this is that a person, literally, when you're launching your business, you can say yes on a Monday, right? By Tuesday, you got your list. by Wednesday, we can be on a call launching your business, right? We don't have to worry about setting up a party, making sure how the house looks or anything like that. And by Thursday, you getting paid. You getting a paycheck. All right. So Monday, you get started. Tuesday, you got a list. Wednesday, we doing a call. Thursday, you cutting a paycheck. TLC is cutting a paycheck to you. So that's the power of launching your business, no matter how you decide to launch it. And then you also should be booking. Okay, when is my home party? No excuses. I'm going to have a home party so that now I can go out and I can begin to set myself up for success. But now here's what's going to happen. All right, we're in the go phase. All right, because we're doing the activity. And now as you're doing the activity, the goal phase is all about creating some financial success, right? You're a product of the product. You're leveraging your personal testimony. But now you have this little pack of tea. So in the goal phase, this is where you're going to now focus on what we've been sharing in order to really zone in on creating your retail money right away. Remember, product on hand is going to create that cash on demand. So we're saying global impact, 100,000 families. Do you really believe that you could be the person that now puts $1,000 a week in your pocket? Well, all you got to do is grab a hold of this simple concept. But just know that you have to have some inventory. Inventory is king. Write that down. I got to get me some inventory. So what do you need to do in order to now begin to invest in your business so that you have some product on hand? Because having this product on hand is going to be the very thing that now creates that cash on demand that's going to help you to pay that light bill, that's going to help you to pay that car note, that's going to be able to help you to pay whatever bills that need to be paid and you're able to do it on a daily basis. So remember, one pack of this tea we pay $10 for. So your goal, your daily goal is to go out and sell 15 packs of this tea. All right, so this is the strategy. This is the plan. This is the goal phase, right? We ready, we set, and now it's go time. It's go time means it's time to run. It's time to get this thing done. All right, so you're gonna sell 15 packs of this every single day. Now, some of you guys are saying, listen, sell 15 packs of tea, how am I gonna do that? Well, I'm not saying you gotta go out and find 15 people. Remember, the average person is going to buy 2 to 4 packs of these, all right? One pack makes enough for an entire week. They sip on it, they're gonna lose 5 pounds in 5 days. So now, when you do that, team, okay, what's gonna happen is you're going to now put $300 in your pocket. 15 packs times 20, that's $300. Well, many of you may be saying, okay, well, I just made $300 for the day. No, you didn't. This is a business, so we have to learn to reinvest back into our business. So you just made $300 for the day, but $150 is your profit. $150 is for you now to go out and to reinvest back into your business. So if you say that, you know what, I am going to do this Monday through Friday, or you know what, I'm going to do this Wednesday through Sunday, and I'm going to be a weekend warrior because Monday and Tuesday I got a lot going on. Maybe I got stuff with the kids and things with church or what have you. Okay, whatever it is, pick 5 days out of the week in which you are now going to go out and do this. When you do that, you just earn $750 off of this tea. Team, listen. This little pack of tea is what created the freedom in the very beginning. Many people might forget that, but that's the reason why we outsold and we couldn't get this product in our hands so quickly. That's the reason why this makes up 83% of our sales, and we're a $100 million debt-free company, well on our way to becoming a $250,000 debt-free company. This little pack of tea is what's doing it. So now you focus and you keep it very simple, and people are able to grab a hold of making a pack of this, sipping on it twice a day, losing weight, feeling great, and now their health, their life beginning to change physically because they're detoxing, right? It's not a weight loss tea, so they're detoxing, and so now they're feeling great. So that's your goal, all right? $150 a day. Write that down. My goal is $150 a day, all right? And that's how you're gonna go out and get it done. Now, when you're out promoting, think about this. You now go out and you're let's say that you're making you're selling 15 packs of tea a day, right? And now you're putting that $150 profit into your pocket. Imagine this. Imagine how many people you are now putting into your pipeline. Remember, it's a numbers game. Massive exposure. So whether you're selling this to 4 or 5 people, whether you're selling 1 pack a day to 15 people, can you imagine how many people you are now prospecting, how many people you are now putting into your pipeline. Remember, that pipeline should be flowing constantly. And if you're out there now exposing, all of these people are now becoming a part of your network, which can absolutely become a part of your net worth if you know how to do something, which is very powerful, and that's follow up. Remember, your fortune is in the follow up. So you got to create some type of system. Okay, create some type of system so that now you're able to not just go out and sell these packs of tea, but what are you going to do in order to follow up with people in order to make sure that they're sipping on the tea? What are you going to do? One of the things that I like to do when I meet somebody is I let them know the power of this product, and then I say, listen, I'm gonna send you this video on this tea. But before I give you, especially if I'm giving you this pack of tea, but regardless of the fact, I want to make sure that that person is gonna go home that night and make the tea. All right, so I'm gonna send you this video. So I send them the 10-minute doctor video that breaks down every single one of these herbs. And so now I let them know, here's the video. And then the next day, I'm gonna send them another message and say, hey, did you make your tea last night? I wanna know, did you go home and did you make the tea? Great, wonderful. So now you know that they went home and they made the tea. So create you something either in your calendar. One of the things that I still do, I'm just old school. I don't really like having everything in my phone because messages and chimes and all that stuff will go off and I don't look at them. So I'm old school. So I literally have me a system of leveraging index cards to where when I meet somebody, number one, I want to know a little bit about them. Remember, we're out there making friends every single day. So I want to know a little bit more about them. So therefore, what I'm doing is I jot that down. I write down what I sampled them. If I gave them a tea, maybe I gave them some NRG, whatever it is, or what I sold that person. And so now I'm going to follow up. So if I want to now check on them in 5 days, I'm going to pull their little card. If I met them on the 6th, I'm going to take and I'm going to pull their card in on the 11th. And now I know on the 11th, I'm pulling everybody out and I'm calling up the people, okay? You can create you a spreadsheet, whatever you want to do. But for me, I'm a papers person. It drives Nate crazy, but I like papers, okay? I'm old school. So whatever you got to do in order to now follow up, in order to now begin to find out what the product has done. And that's how you had somebody like Tawana Frank, who literally reached out to her customers and was able to recruit 18 of her customers as now business partners because she followed up. She built a relationship because this is relationship building business. And so now as you're doing this, your goal, remember, is 3 new people a week, 3 new IBOs, focusing on them saying yes. So it's so much easier when a person is a product of the product, they're a believer in the product, and now you're able to go out and you're able to leverage their personal testimony in order to say, well, what if I could show you how you can share these products? You know, but you have these customers, but you don't stop there. You're exposing the opportunity. You're letting people see the plan, peak interest, show the plan, 3-way call if you need to. And now you're exposing so that now you recruit 3 people. 3 people at that business, that basic builder business pack at $105. A person can start a business, a global business for $105, ladies and gentlemen, and literally can turn it into massive income. Now is that enough inventory? No, it's not. But it allows a person to at least get into position to where they grab a hold of 5 packs of this, 1 bottle of NutriBurst. They're in business. They're able to leverage their website to begin to build their business, to literally get that monkey off the back if they have to. But now they're able to build to where they can have some inventory so that now they can focus on making that extra $1,000 a week. All right, so a person, if they get in at that basic business builder pack, that's $105. You're going to earn $40 fast start. So you do this 3 times a week, that's another $120. So I just showed you guys how you literally can put $750 plus $120, right? That is what, $870 in your pocket just by focusing on getting 3 new business partners and retailing this tea on a daily basis. Well, now here's what's going to happen, because remember I talked about massive exposure, a lot of people in the pipeline. Well, guess what's going to happen? Now what's going to happen is that as now people begin to join you, you're going to look up because your binary qualified volume is beginning to build. And so now your next goal is for you to go director. Yes, go director. Remember, retail is the key that unlocks the compensation plan, but going director is the key to the compensation plan. So that's your next goal, is to go director, because when you go director, you now open up more money on the compensation plan. Okay, number one, you're going to go from 10% to 12% on the binary. Also, you now qualify for check matches, okay? So you're gonna get 50% on that first level, but you're gonna get 10%, so you qualify for 60% check matches. So that's another reason why you guys wanna be focused on going director. Well, when you go director, guess what's gonna happen? You now get an additional $120 because it's 1,000 on the left in volume, 1,000 on the right in volume. Well, when you times that times 12%, you just made another $120. So therefore, I just showed you how you now take, and at a minimum, you are now able to put $990 right at that $1,000 mark, because you know you done sold something in order to make that $1,000 a week. And again, that's at a bare minimum, because if a person now comes in with a higher package, if a person now comes in, what I like to promote for a person to actually have some product is get in with a 10-pack of tea. If you're limited, if a person comes to me and they say, you know what, I got about $200 to get started in this business, wonderful, awesome. So I am now going to tell them, grab you a 10-pack of tea, all right? Grab a 10-pack of tea and also a bottle of NutriBurst. These two are married together. And I like them spending $150 on this rather than on this, because I say, you know what, you can add the NRG later on. And the reason why I say that is because you're gonna have 4 packs of this tea for yourself, but guess what? You now have 6 packs of tea for you to go out and get you 6 new customers. So now you got this, you're putting your nutrients back in. When you go out and you just spent $150, $200 with the business kit, you just spent $200, but I just showed you how you can now put $120 back in your pocket just like this, because you got some extra tea. Because when you start to drink this tea, people are gonna say, wait a minute, okay, well, where is it? I wanna get some. Well, now you got 6 people to expose, 6 people to put into the pipeline, 6 people who are now working on their own personal testimony, who now are going to come back and say, okay, I lost 5 pounds in 5 days, I need some more of that product. And so now when a person gets paid, they're excited. When they're able to go out and make this money back in their pocket, they're excited. So grab this 10-pack, grab this bottle of NutriBurst, get into the business, and let's go. Ready, set, go, ladies and gentlemen. So there you have it. You got to get ready. Product of the product, 120 Smart Ship, build that list. Then it's time to go. You got to get that binary. Knock out your binary. Get them 2 people. Talk to your upline. So now you can schedule your launch call, book your home party, whatever it takes in order to now go out and get this thing done. Then it's time to go. Make a decision that you're going to sell these 15 packs of tea every single day. Put that $750 in your pocket every single week, right? Following up, creating you a follow-up system so that now you have a plan to stay connected to your customers. And then absolutely making sure that you're making that friend every single day and you're building relationships. It's a relationship building business. You're connecting. People don't care how much you know. They want to know how much you care, right? So you develop these relationships so that now you can bring in those 3 people that's going to bring you in a minimum of $120, right? So now your business is growing. Now people, remember, it's duplicating. So once this happens, now you just turn around and just keep on, you repeat it. It duplicates. So imagine doing this and now you're teaching people to do the same thing. It's very simple. Simplicity is all it takes. Keep it simple in order to now create the success. This is the same simplicity that allowed us to say yes, for me to begin to sip on this simple pack of tea almost 4 years ago. And literally, ladies and gentlemen, now today, all because of sticking to a simple concept, getting very good at doing the same thing over and over and over and over again. That is why we are forever grateful to our incredible visionary, Miss Stormy Wellington, for saying yes. Because of her yes, that is how we were able to celebrate as a $2 million earner in this company last week. And it's all because of this little pack of tea. So then you go director and you repeat. Once you break director, you turn around and you realize it's not about me. It's about who can I help? Who's ready to go director? And so now you shift your energy and you focus on that person. You teach them the same simple steps. Ready, set, let's go. And you begin to break directors, and director is the key to the compensation plan because it is the foundation of every rank that will break here within our company. So focus on that, guys, and let's go. Let's get this thing done. All roads lead to Miami, Florida, November 2nd, 3rd, and 4th for the Dream Builders Challenge. Get your ticket. I can't wait to see you guys in the atmosphere. And don't forget, remember, master promoters. So one of the avenues I talked about for you to now expose is one that we have right here, in which your phenomenal leaders are committed to sharing every single night. So tonight at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you want to get off of here, you should have already promoted. You should have already picked up the phone and let them know that there is a documented multiple six-figure earner, none other than Chandrea Pittman, who will be on this line tonight. And when you edify her story, when you say, listen, this young lady, she's a young fly boss that said yes almost 4 years ago, and literally fired not one boss, not two bosses, but three bosses. You don't want to miss this. Jump on this line tonight at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, guys. So let's promote, let's share, let's bring our energy on the lines. Yes, you can get on these lives, but get on the phone lines. Why? Because many of our guests get on the phone lines. So therefore, bring your energy to the phone line. Represent, say hello.